So The Border, the movie, is about how Carl's history unfolds in front of the family, and it's the effects of his reactive attachment disorder on the family, on the other children, on the marital relationship.
The story behind it is Jane. It is many other women like Jane that have had experiences with reactive attachment children. There's a common story through all of them. And so a lot of her story is in there, a lot of the stories of other families that have suffered with this disorder are part of the script.
The term describes itself. It's a reaction to something that's happening in the child's life. And it comes as a result of trauma, some kind of separation or pain or abuse that happens to the child in early life. In this case, in the movie of The Border, it is inspired by true stories. And one of the families that I interviewed has the same story as Carl does.
I had the opportunity to read The Border and also the book Broken Spirits, Lost Souls. When I read both books, I felt like I could relate a lot to the story from a human being perspective, because it was something that I felt was very relevant and real, and it was not just this woman's story, but also the story of many parents that are going through this situation.
If the child does not develop a trusting relationship with their mother, generally their mother, it can be a father, but generally if they don't, then they can't trust anyone else either. So imagine a child in a life where they don't trust anyone and they don't know who will take care of them. They develop no conscience, no guilt. The only thing they know is that they're on their own and they have to do whatever they can to get what they think they need.
This movie tells you that people that have these antisocial disorders that can be mild or they could be psychopath, something happens to them to make that happen. It doesn't come out of nowhere. We're not victims to this. It doesn't just strike for no reason. In this movie, instead of using it to sensationalize it and get people all activated and scared, it actually says, look, this happens for a reason and it can be helped.
To some degree, we all know somebody who has reactive attachment disorder or who is coping with somebody with the disorder. So I felt, well, first I was like flabbergasted, that it was actually a condition. And even more impressed with the fact that there's actually a therapy that is efficient and that most people don't know about it.
I hope everybody sees this movie, but I sometimes when I encapsulate it, I call it, it's a new version of The Bad Seed with an explanation. Because, we have seen movies about these kinds of children before, but we've never seen a movie like this.